Hey guys, welcome to a bonus edition of my $1,000 strap search. I've got 1,000 in singles that I've gone through, and I'm going to show you what I found. But before I do that, this week I want to talk a little bit about where these particular singles came from. I went to one of my local banks just to drop off 200 in singles, and since they know what I do, they said, hey, we just had a person who was saving singles for a while turn in all of their singles so that they could go on vacation. They ended up collecting over 3,000 singles from this individual. They said the person worked for tips, so I knew that the bills that were going to be turned in were going to all have come from circulation, and I knew that they were going to be grouped because people tend to tip, a few dollars at a time, so you're going to see a lot of singles that are consecutive or that have similar marks. So when I heard that, I was like, I need them all. How many do you have? They said 3,000. So that's enough for me to do 3 videos. So this will be video number 1 of 3 as far as the $3,000 find goes. And this is what I've gotten from the first of the searches. The very first note I want to point out, this one is a 2013. It's really crisp, but look at the A as I zoom in real close. That A is short printed. It's an insufficient ink on that particular A. Could be considered an insufficient ink error. So I pulled that one just so I could show. Did find a couple birthday notes. This one is June 16th, 1981. This one is February 15th, 2007. Found a couple quads. This one is quad 4s. You can see 0 with quad 4s. And I found quad 5s as well. Bunch of trinaries, 2s, 6s, and 7s on this one. 1s, 4s, and 9s here. 1s, 3s, and 7s. 1s, 5s, and 6s. One short of a binary, so close. 3s, 9s, and 6s. Then we get to my star notes. Star note here. 2013, really good shape. I like seeing the 0 up in front. The more zeros you see, the more likely they are to be something good. But if I remember right, the K's, you're looking for a real high number on the K's, but I'll have to double check those anyway. Still got quite a few of the star notes. This one was my oldest star note from 2006. It's a little ratty, but I'll check to see the rarity anyway. Speaking of ratty, got some older bills, 1999. This was the roughest 99 that I had. Here's a much nicer 99 from Minneapolis. So not only is it crisp, but it's from a lesser Federal Reserve Bank. Another 99, this one from Dallas. New York 99. Atlanta. This one's a little rough, probably going back into circulation. It's kind of obvious where this one was folded. 2 hard creases straight across, but it is a 1995. 1995 from Kansas City. You don't see a whole lot of J notes circulating. I found another 1995 J. Like I said, when you go through money that was used for tips, these 2 bills were probably found close together, probably given by the same person. 1988A, I checked, not a web press note, but still a keeper. And a 1988, this is probably the nicest of all the old bills I have. It's very crisp, no hard creases in it at all. Really good shape. Now, when I went into the bank, and I won't say which bank, but I will say the bank on 80th. When I went into the bank, I went in there just to deposit 200 singles, because like I said, I will buy a lot of singles from a bank, but I won't dump a bunch of singles on a bank. I went there to drop off 200 in singles. And when I walked through the door, they said, hey, we've got a note for you. So they actually saw a note and saved it for me. This is the note that they saved. Now, for the average person, this doesn't seem like such a big deal. It's just a small head $100 bill until you look a little closer. This is a small head $100 bill, but check out the series. Series of 1934C. A 1934 $100 bill. And of course, they gave it to me for face value. Now, the only problems with this bill, as I zoom in, you can see that there's dirt on there. But I put it in a holder right away because the crispness of the paper was incredible. I mean, there's no creases. Let me show you the back. There's no creases in this bill at all. No folds, no nothing. It's just a little bit dirty. Other than that, it's a beautiful note. So for just being a little dirty, I got this obviously for face value from the bank. And I try not to give out prices because prices can change, and depending on how far in the future you're looking at these particular videos, the prices may have changed significantly. But I paid, obviously, $100 for it. I gave them a $100 bill. They gave me this one. I looked it up in my book, and if this one grades out at a 20, which I don't see a problem with that at all, this bill would be worth, at the time of this video, roughly $150. So I turned 100 into 150 just because I let people know what I'm doing. So they're looking out for me, and I appreciate it. So thank you guys for doing that. If I taught you anything new this week, go ahead and hit that like button. If you enjoy watching these videos, go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to tell your friends. All right, guys, thanks for watching this week, and I'll see you next week with videos 2 and 3 from the Waitress Tip series. Thanks. Bye.